on audio, so
I'm a
say whatever you want to say. Just remember.
I'm a big Jack Bruce fan. You know Jack Bruce?
The comedian?
No,
Lenny Bruce.
He was a musician. He was in Cream.
Oh, of course.
The bass
On our way to Edinburgh
the
Castle.
bass player.
With
I
Sean.
met him once.
Really?
Many years ago.
Our
I
tour
met
guide.
him too. He's one of my favorite musicians.
Yeah.
He's got a new album out.
We're on the top of the double-decker bus now,
Yeah, he's
which is why you're getting a good view.
Ginger Baker and
Right.
Clapton.
One of the first rock gods.
So Sean, point out the sites if there's any to see, so that my viewing audience can.
Basically, on the left you've got warehouses. These are all now apartments, and they're very expensive.
They are really?
Yeah, they're quite expensive.
How expensive is expensive?
For Edinburgh? Wow, Edinburgh's quite expensive for Scotland. But these are very upmarket. You get a lot of boutiques and fashion houses and.
So about £600 a month, or
I'm not sure what you pay to rent them on. You got a lot of niche restaurants and stuff around here now.
So these are like converted commercial buildings.
Yes, converted warehouses, yeah. Originally, still in the working class area. On the left, you'll see the shore, as it's called, which is the main port of the original medieval port. There's a lot of very expensive restaurants.
This is where we went yesterday. We saw this. So that's just a restaurant right there.
Somehow I thought that was the Queen's boat.
That's what I thought was the Queen's boat, but no.
No.
I don't think the Queen would be.
I know, but when the woman
Can you see her getting in that dinghy?
This woman was trying to explain it to me. She's going, "You saw it when you went past, right?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think that's it."
But that's it. That's just the original. If you look to the right, you'll see the shore buildings. This is the original medieval port. This is where Mary Queen of Scots landed when she came back from France.
Oh, is that right? Hi, Mark.
Reminds me of Amsterdam for some reason.
Yeah, very. That's a little bit. Yeah.
The Guildhall buildings and everything.
We're starting to learn where things are now that it's a couple days we've been lost in the city.
You've been lost.
You've been lost too.
Well, sort of.
Sort of. Well, anybody listening to this, we've been very lost.
That's not true. We've done all right considering.
We managed to find our way back, but
Besides, getting lost is part of the fun.
yeah, that's true. Getting lost is part of the fun. So Mary Queen of Scots came here.
She landed more or less on this shore on the well, it wouldn't have been a concrete quayside, obviously, but
No.
it was this.
When she came from
Extra,
when she came from France,
Came from France,
after marrying the
The Dauphin.
Dauphin. Is that how you say it? Dauphin?
Dauphin.
She never had a.
An elf.
Yeah, it looks like the word dolphin. Sorry guys, we're in cobblestones here. Things.
Another great romantic survived.
But he died. He was a very sickly young man.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Nobody's expected him
That's
to
a
live.
border collie that can't wait to get wherever he's going.
Oh yeah, look at the border collar. Border collie.
I think
Fight
all
some
these
tires.
border collies are trying to go after tires. We just saw a video. There's
Oh,
some
yeah.
village that they've had a vandal.
Oh,
Like
wow.
24 tires have been punctured,
Look at 'em
and it
go.
was a border collie attacking the
Wow.
tires. It was just going after them.
Sliding along.
Look at him.
He
He's
wants
so
to go for
excited.
his run. Where's the sheep?
Where's the sheep? So now the stones here are not original in the roads, right?
Yeah, cobbles are they're rich. Well, they've been relaid probably several times, but yeah, there's many streets that still have cobbles. And that's what all streets had until they had tarmac.
And they keep them because it's keeps
Tourists.
tourists and it keeps the speed down probably.
Yeah, but that's mainly because they look nice, and a lot of people complain when they dig them up. So
Huh. Let's see what else. Oi.
Boy?
I gotta start saying I. Just bus service here in Edinburgh is amazing. Oh look, somebody who doesn't have a white windows. They're green. I thought that wasn't allowed.
There's no preservation orders on these. Some railroads have a preservation order. You mentioned all about decorate the outside in any way that's not original. You can't build on it, you can't put an extension or anything like that. You have to paint the doors and different colours.
Right.
The flying dog.
We've noticed there's these wiggly lines. They're painted on the road, the white lines. And somebody told us that means that you're definitely not to park there. But then I'm seeing them in the middle of the lanes.
You mean they're called zigzags? They're for when you have a zebra crossing, which is the the black and white place to cross. You're not allowed to park in those zigzags at all, because they restrict the view of people crossing the road.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're for. So. Now we're coming up to the foot of the walk, or foot of the walk as it's called, the bottom of Leith Walk.
Oh, this is the
main thoroughfare between Leith and Edinburgh.
Leith. And how do you spell Leith? It's not L-E...
L-E-I-T-H.
L-E-I-T-H. Leith.
There's a tongue twister about Leith. I don't know if you're aware of it, are you?
No.
I can never say this properly. The Leith police dismitted us. So if ever you get arrested by the police in Leith and they dismiss you, they say the Leith police dismitted us. I can't say it. And then we have to be Victoria on our statue.
Oh, there's Victoria. Hi, Victoria. How you doing? She's looking herself. Very stiff.
Have you ever seen the film
Train Spotting?
Yeah, very famous film. It's made by Danny Boyle, who made the film director. Danny Boyle made it. It's set in Leith, and it's about a bunch of heroin addicts in Leith.
Oh, I can't
highly
imagine.
recommend that you get it on Netflix or something.
Now, see, is this a Polish area? Because we were down here yesterday, and there was like Polish restaurants and Polish this and that. And I just saw another one.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of Polish people now live in the UK because we have freedom of movement across Europe. Basically, citizens of any country in the European Union can live in another country without immigration laws. There's a lot of Polish people came to the UK, so of course some enterprising Poles have set up their own restaurants and grocers catering to those guys. There's not a particular Polish area, but there may well be some, and they've formed a business in that area. It's much bigger down south. There are some in Edinburgh. There's a lot of people working the, in the building trade and things like that. They're very popular.
So
Easter Road, which is very close to my home.
see, here's these little lines here.
Yeah, it means no. You see, there's a crossing. See the pedestrian crossing?
Right.
The traffic light. So it means you're not allowed to block the view of the crossing. Over there, that's Leith Links, the green area. They reckon that's where the oldest golf course in the world is on Leith Links.
Really?
Wow. You play golf. That's Mary Queen of Scots is supposed to have played on there, but then she probably did everything.
Yeah, she's like George Washington in our area. George Washington slept here.
William Wallace, Mary Queen of Scots, and Bonnie Prince Charlie.
Now, where we live, it's very golf. Lots and lots of golf.
A lot of golf.
We have a lot of the big tournaments. The AT&T, it's incredibly golf haven.
Gotcha.
It's like Scotland and then Pacific Grove. Pebble Beach. Pebble Beach is what it's called.
All right, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so we're but none of us here play golf.
I did when I was younger, but I'm not particularly big fan of it. This is Easter Road, not named after the time of year. It's named after Easter because it's the opposite of Wester. So it's on the east side of the city.
Oh, Easter, Wester. Okay, gotcha.
So you have roads and the Wester Hills. You get towns called East or something, or West or something. And coming up on the left in a minute, you'll see the top of Easter Road Stadium, which is the home of my soccer team.
Your soccer team?
I have a season ticket there. I go to the games every fortnight.
Every 2 weeks. Interesting.
Do you like sports, or do you?
No, not really.
Not a big sport person.
We certainly don't follow soccer.
Not many Americans do, to be honest.
No, and American football, we're not. It's very popular in America, obviously,
course, yeah.
but Mark and Sterling and I are not interested in. So it says Easter Road signs
Yeah, Easter Road.
as opposed to Wester Road.
Yeah.
Ah, I was wondering about that.
It's nothing to do with the religious festival this time of year. It's just simply it's on the eastern side of the city. You can just see Salisbury Crags popping up. You see the cliff?
The what?
See the cliff face on the head of you?
Salisbury
That's
Crags.
Salisbury Crags. It's called.
Arthur's Seat, right?
It's part of Arthur's Seat, yeah. Well, Arthur's Seat is the mountain. Salisbury Crags is that cliff, flat cliff head that spins off of it. There is a walk, you'll see it just to the base of the cliff face at the top of the ramp. There's a
That's
small
where we're
path.
gonna. That's where we're gonna go. The what is it? Dalkeith Road will get us there.
Dalkeith.
Yeah.
Dalkeith Road. There's a town called Dalkeith. It's just the road going to Dalkeith.
Yeah.
So the people here have to keep their windows pretty much the same, right color, white. And
Brown.
nobody's allowed to paint the
I think it's just
upper
standards,
floors.
really. I think it's just what people do. You just paint them white.
The hotel that
Never
we're staying at
noticed it.
told us that
Susan
that
would
you
have
can't.
a hard time going along with that.
No, I like the white. I like it. And I'd like it to look all standard and well measured. He said that it was really difficult to get permits to change the look of your outside of your building.
Some buildings, yes, because they say they'll have a preservation order on them. And that's basically where the city council will say there are different grades. There's grade 1, 2 and 3. Depends on how historical your house or your building is. Some buildings will have a grade 1, which means you're not allowed to change almost anything in it, which can be good and bad. I mean, it's good that it puts your value up, but bad, it means you can't change your house around.
Right. And these are mostly apartments?
Yeah, these are
Or
all
condominiums?
They're called, or sometimes they're called stairs. If you live in a stair, it means you live in a tenement building. And there'll usually be, you see the door in the middle, like that red door. And then there'll be a staircase in the middle going up to the top of the upper levels.
So you usually would have like an apartment of some sort with 1 or 2 or 3 bedrooms off of it.
If you look to the left now, you'll see the top of the stadium. That street there.
Oh, I see it. How modern it looks.
It's all been rebuilt over the last 10 years.
So what's the name of your team? So that we
Hibernian.
can, who?
Hibernian?
Hibernium?
Yeah, it's like the Irish for the Latin for Ireland, Hibernian.
Oh. And people follow these teams because they were like from their youth or their
Yeah, I mean, I grew up being a Hibs fan. They're called the Hibs, and most people know them as the Hibs.
and they're
There are 2 teams in Edinburgh, there's Hibs and there's Hearts. Hearts are the other team. There's a big rivalry between them.
in America we see that you guys fight over these teams. Like you go to a soccer match.
Well, actually, if you
Football.
look down there, you'll see a sign that says Hibs Supporters Club.
yeah.
Members welcome.
Oh. So that's the anti-you.
No, that's the Hibs.
Oh, you're the hips. Okay, gotcha. So you guys fight over it. Well, I guess they do in America a little bit too, but
It's exaggerated, but it happened when I was young. When in the 70s and 80s, it was quite bad. But nowadays, it's more or less died a dead.
just for fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of taunting going on, a lot of singing and shouting. And there are certain areas of town you might not go in wearing a scarf of the wrong colour.
Oh.
My team is green, the other team is a sort of dark red. And unfortunately, about half of my family are one colour and the other half are another colour.
That's true in America too.
Christmas and weddings and things are fun.
There's a cat rescue. Oh, we could go in there and pet the cats. I miss my cats.
Probably not got cats in it, it'll just be a wee charity shop.
Oh! Well, we thought we found a laundromat the other day. I saw it. It was a wash bar. And I thought, oh, there's a laundromat. That's perfect. And then we drove by the day later, and it's a bar. So we thought, oh, good thing we didn't bring our laundry here, because I thought it was a laundromat.
You'll have a job finding them. I don't know where this one is.
We found one.
You did, right?
Yeah, where is it, Mark? The laundromat we found?
Leith Walk.
Leith Walk.
The lower end of Leith Walk.
It's about 4 miles from our
Well, that's where we
from
went.
our hotel.
In fact, the walk, yeah.
Oh, it was insane. We went on, and Mark kept asking the bus driver, "Are we almost there yet?" He goes, "No, I'll let you know. I haven't forgotten." We kept going and going and going. He says, "I think they're playing a prank on us as Americans," because the woman at the hotel said it's 4 stops away. So we got into the bus, and he says, "No, it's 4 miles away."
Yeah, that's probably more accurate, yeah.
And then we went, it felt like maybe 6 or 7 miles. So we really do think that they were just playing with the Americans. And then we got off.
We're going to be doing laundry again unless we really
And
have.
then we got off the bus, and he says, "It's right there on your left." And so we got off, and we went, and it's not on our left, it's on the other side, on the right. And Mark nearly killed himself by trying to get out in the traffic. He looked the correct way the first time, stopped, and then looked the wrong way. The rest, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to just... I can't handle this. Sterling's not too happy about me either. No, Sterling here is saying, this Sterling is saying that he's like, no. Oh, and these to let signs, I thought it was toilet signs because it's just missing the I. And I noticed you guys call them toilets here, not bathrooms or
yeah, you
everything's
toilets.
toilets.
Toilet, or bog is probably the other one.
Bog?
Bog.
I never heard that. So I kept seeing these. You're just glancing.
Yeah,
I fill in the letters with my mind, and I kept saying, "Oh, there's
space.
toilets everywhere. There's toilets all over the place. This is great. This town is so user friendly for tourists. We could find a bathroom anywhere." And then it dawned on me after a while, it's just missing the I. To let. We say for sale.
But to let means to rent, rather than it's not for sale, it's to rent.
Oh, well, we would say for rent.
Just the thing is it to let you.
Or a toilet. I bet you they have a toilet in there somewhere.
I'm sure.
And say, if I'm looking at maybe letting your place, can I check out the toilet? Well, I mean, look at it's starting to bloom. Isn't that beautiful? Look at these trees. Very beautiful. Yeah, lots of blossoms. I can't wait to go see the botanical gardens. I think that's going to be gorgeous.
Actually, botanical. It's another place I haven't been to for many years.
Oh, we're hoping to go there this weekend.
Not far from them when I was a kid. We used to go there quite often.
And there's buses everywhere. And I don't know if people watching can see this, but well, actually, I don't see it here right now. But the signs are really good at. On one side of the sign, it'll tell you what time the train is due, and it's a computerized.
The bus.
Yeah, the bus. It's a computerized sign that will constantly fluctuate the time. Like it'll count down the minutes till the next bus comes through.
So you know how long to wait, yeah.
Yeah, oh, it's amazing. Very, very, very quick bus service.
So all the buses have like GPS chips in them, so they know where they are anytime.
That's what I thought, because it updates it so fast. Now
Whereas
Iceland.
America is like, well, if your bus hasn't shown up, either you're late or it's late, but
Right.
you don't know which.
Yeah, it's not very. I don't know about the bigger cities in America. Now Iceland is a little like a grocery store.
Yeah, it mainly does frozen food. They have a lot of big freezers in there, so people buy it. They're I don't say down market, but they're certainly inexpensive, shall we say, frozen food.
Okay.
Like ready meals, as we call them. A TV dinner type thing, I think you call it.
Oh yeah, TV dinners.
Yeah, that ready meal, so you buy a ready meal curry or lasagna or
There's another very happy dog that wants to get out and walk.
I have a black lab myself, but he
Oh.
so
Aw.
slow down and getting old and fat and arthritic. So let me and you both talk.
Now what are we starting to look at now here? This is beautiful in front of us.
So coming up to the east end of the city. This is Royal Terrace, I think it's called. I can never remember. Or Carlton Terrace, that's it.
Is that a government building up there?
No, it's the houses.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Expensive houses, good houses.
And you call them houses even though they don't seem to be standalone.
A house generally is standalone. They are standalone. Some of them might be apartments, but most of them will be standalone. You'll have a house, basically on 3 floors.
Mm-hmm.
But they were originally built as one single house, and each 2 windows together, or maybe 3 windows would be one house. 2 windows together, and you'll have terrace houses. But it's obviously these are apartment buildings, or flats as we call them.
So is this Arthur's Seat we're looking at?
Arthur's Seat is the big hill behind the tree.
Arthur's Seat.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Arthur's Seat. Whereas
And this
the
is some
cliff
cliff
is
over
over
here.
called Salisbury Crag. Do you see the path going up at the base of the crag?
Oh yeah, where the yellow flag is.
Yeah, that's Holyrood House with the flag. That's the Queen's house.
That's where we were yesterday.
Well, you've been to
Oh, Holyrood. Holyrood?
Holyrood Palace, yeah.
Yeah, we went down as far as Holyrood and then we turned around and came back and
Well, you
got
didn't
to
go
the-
into the building, no?
No, we were really hungry, and there didn't look to be any places to eat down there.
Now we walked down to this is called Abbey Hill.
Abbey Hill?
Abbey Hill. So at the back of Holyrood House, which you see with the flag, that's the building. It's the old Holyrood Abbey, which is the original building, which is down in this area of Abbey Hill.
This is construction. What's going on here?
Building something.
Something.
Don't know what.
You're supposed to know these things.
That's not historical, you see that.
Oh, okay. Chatham's entrance. Chatham's.
Building company probably called Chatham's. That's the main East Coast main line. That's the railway line is the main London to Edinburgh main railway line, just going under. There's a duck there.
Duck, everyone.
So Carlton Hill is right there.
Colton Hill.
Carlton.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
That
It's
building,
very modern in here.
traffic lights, it's a small building. That's known as Queen Mary's Bathhouse.
Queen Mary's bathhouse, right ahead of us, folks.
It's probably not a bathhouse, but it's known as Queen Mary's Bathhouse.
And a bathhouse is where she actually takes a bath, not where she uses the toilet.
Yes, that's what the bathhouse is supposed to be, but it's probably not that. It's never a bathhouse, but it's just known as that.
What's in it?
I'm not sure. It's a historical building of some sort. I think it was probably a gatehouse of some sort. It just happened to have survived.
Oh,
Many
beautiful.
buildings that nobody knocked down, so it survived.
So I noticed there's tons of daffodils.
Yes, it's Daffodil County here.
Very, very, very prominent here. Oh, this is the ugly Parliament building that everybody was really upset about.
I quite like it. I like it.
You do?
Yeah, that's how
This is modernized.
very
I heard that there was a lot of flack about how unpopular it was.
It was one of these things, when politicians get hold of a project and they kind of ruin it.
So we're on the Mile, right? This is
Royal
called
Mile.
Royal Mile. And this is a mile to Edinburgh Castle.
It's between the palace and the castle is about a mile.
So we're getting a good overview of the city here. All the people who are watching will be able to get a good view of what to expect in Edinburgh.
A lot of these buildings are actually new because they knocked down slums, and a lot of this was just mostly
Oh, look at this building.
Victorian slums. So the white building is that was kept. That's Murray House. That was kept with the original Parliament.
And you'll notice a lot of closes. Here's Brown's Close. That means an alley. We've learned.
Yes.
We've gone down a few of them yesterday.
They're not as wide as an alley, though.
They're just like the back street of something, yeah.
On that yellowy building is a Museum of Childhood. It's definitely worth a visit.
Museum of
Oh, the
Childhood.
Museum of Edinburgh.
Oh no, we've been there. We've been there yesterday. Mark conned
That's the one
some
you
guy
went.
into
Never
going
been
into. Well, we were kind of.
We found this back alley where there are all these old stones that you weren't allowed to go in.
Oh, this is
They
the
were
Queen's. This is
unsafe.
the Queen's
Really beautiful.
church when she comes to. When she comes to.
There's the weird shop.
Well, we had a royal wedding up there last year. I thought, like year before, I think it was one of the Queen's granddaughters were married in that church.
Yeah, it's the Queen. When she comes to Edinburgh, that's where she goes to church. That's what they said.
That's the toll booth, which is the old prison.
Oh, it's a prison.
Well, the toll booth was originally a prison.
Yeah, so we did this yesterday. We walked down and
Very touristy, unfortunately, in Canning.
it was kind of nice. I really enjoyed the.
You wouldn't get many Edinburgh people down here.
Oh, is that?
It's mostly touristy.
Well, we got to do that kind of thing. That's our job.
No, that's fine. It's,
But it was. We went up to the cathedral at the very top.
St. Giles. Yep.
St. Giles, yeah. Beautiful inside.
You know that the crown goes back to the 1400s from the top. It's a very old building. And it was lucky it survived the Reformation very long. They just destroyed most of the interior, but they managed to at least keep the building intact, which is one thing.
There's a well here. I think there's the first well or something like that. Oh, we went down into the World's End.
You know why it's called the World's End?
Because there was a big fight here, right?
No, there was 2 girls who were killed here 40 years ago. I saw that in the paper.
Now, originally, this was the boundary between Canongate and the city of Edinburgh. Canongate was a separate town.
Oh, okay.
So the border was here, and supposedly you get to the World's End, you get to the end of Edinburgh.
Okay, here's Jeffrey
See,
Street.
look, those are for sale.
Oh, they do have sale signs.
The for sales are for normally houses. You would rarely buy a shop. You would normally rent a shop, but you would buy a house or a flat or an apartment.
So what would it be per month or something like that? Just for fun.
Those are for sale, honey.
Wouldn't
Oh,
know.
it's
I
for
really
sale.
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know at all. I can imagine £1,000 a month would be unreasonable. £800 a month.
So now these are people in most of the buildings above us. These are people are living in,
Yes.
or like a business somebody's rented out for the.
They're probably homes. Some are office buildings, but these are apartments. Yeah, probably houses.
Oh, there's John Knox's home. We went into that yesterday. John Knox. We saw that, and I remembered my couple bits of history about him and Mary Queen of Scots and how they didn't really get along.
No, they didn't. They called Mary and Elizabeth and
Oh, is that the woman thing?
Monstrous Regiment of Women.
Monstrous Regiment of Women. I remember that.
You certainly know your history. I'll give you that.
It's coming back to me a little bit. So I read a lot about it, but I get so confused.
Oh, I can understand.
There was a Sherlock Holmes book.
Well, Conan Doyle was born in Edinburgh.
Oh, is he really born
Yeah,
here?
Arthur Conan Doyle, the writer, was born in Edinburgh. Very famous Edinburgh citizen.
I think I saw a pub.
Yeah,
Conan
there's a
Doyle.
pub called the Conan Doyle. It's not a bad pub. I've been in it several times. It's not far from where I used to work. I used to go there sometimes after work.
We found the Frankenstein bar. We found that. That was quite interesting. We had we met Ben and Peter, the speaker, for the other night, in a pub called Under the Stairs.
Yep.
And then we went to a pub where it was called. Sterling, can you help me out with it? I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, Banshee's Labyrinth.
Oh, Banshee's Labyrinth. That was quite interesting. Yeah.
Just down there.
Yeah.
So is there a pub?
Oh, we ate there.
Robert Louis
Bella
Stevenson
Italia.
Pub or something. And somehow I remember that the last time I was here. Maybe it's named after one of the characters.
You know, particularly Deacon Brodie's.
That must be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's from the Body Snatchers, right?
Yeah, no, Deacon Brodie's he was the character that allegedly Stevenson based Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, Jekyll and Hyde. Okay.
And Deacon Brodie was a well-respected local councillor by day, but by night he was a housebreaker.
Oh yeah.
And he was a locksmith, and he would make people
True story.
and then get a copy and then break into houses.
It was a true story then, right?
Oh, he was true. Deacon Brodie was definitely true. And he supposedly had built the new gallows for the city.
Yeah.
And of course he was eventually on the same gallows that he'd built.
That's great.
So we ate there, Bella Italia. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll go off for the next stop, I think. That's fine. Just walk up the long market.
Okay. Oh. Bus drivers or something else. I don't know how they manage. Okay, we gotta go down. Turning off.